The Adventures of Asher and Mila. A Fairyland Tale, by Skylee. Once upon a time, in a magical land far away, there lived two best friends named Asher and Mila. They were both curious and adventurous children who loved exploring and discovering new things. One sunny day, while playing in the meadow, they stumbled upon a hidden path that led them deep into the enchanted forest. As they ventured further, they came across a glimmering lake with a little boat floating on its surface. Without hesitation, Asher and Mila climbed aboard and rowed towards the center of the lake. To their surprise, the boat suddenly started to spin and spin until they were sucked into a swirling vortex. When they opened their eyes, they found themselves in a beautiful kingdom filled with colorful flowers, talking animals, and fairies. The fairies greeted them with warm smiles and welcomed them to their home, Fairyland. They explained that the vortex was a magical portal that could only be entered by those with kind and pure hearts. Asher and Mila were thrilled to have stumbled upon such a magical place and couldn't wait to explore every inch of it. The first stop on their tour was the homes of the woodland creatures. They met a wise owl who taught them how to communicate with animals, a mischievous raccoon who showed them how to build a fort out of leaves, and a friendly deer who took them on a ride through the forest. Next, the fairies took them to the magical garden where they saw the most beautiful flowers they had ever laid eyes on. The flowers whispered secrets and played games with the children, making them laugh and giggle uncontrollably. As the sun began to set, the fairies led Asher and Mila to the fairy palace where the queen herself invited them for a royal feast. They ate delicious food and listened to stories of the Fairyland's history and its mysterious creatures. After the feast, the queen gave Asher and Mila a mission, to find a rare flower that could only be found at the top of a tall mountain. The flower was said to have healing powers, and the queen needed it to make a potion for a sick fairy. The children eagerly accepted the challenge, and with the help of their new friends, they successfully found the flower and brought it back to the palace. The queen was overjoyed, and as a reward, she granted Asher and Mila the power to bring a piece of Fairyland back home with them. They chose a small jar of enchanted dust, which would allow them to visit Fairyland anytime they wanted, even when they were back in their own world. With heavy hearts, Asher and Mila said their goodbyes to their new friends and stepped back into the vortex. As they rowed back to the edge of the lake, they couldn't believe how much fun they had and how many amazing things they had seen and done. When they arrived home, they used the magical fairy dust to sprinkle a bit of enchantment wherever they went, and every time they looked at the jar, they were reminded of their unforgettable adventure in the Fairyland Kingdom. From that day on, Asher and Mila were known as the brave adventurers who brought magic into the world. And every now and then, they would sneak away to escape into the magical land of fairies, where their friendship and imagination would continue to grow and flourish forever.